You might trust the workshop or the warranty, but here's a fact. Not all engine oils are safe for your motorcycle, even if they come from the authorized service center. You've probably heard someone say, company oil is fine, or it's just oil, who cares? But that's far from the truth. I hear from riders again and again. The bike runs smoother with a high-quality aftermarket oil compared to the thin basic oil they get at the dealership. That cheap oil may save money up front, but it can harm your engine far faster than you think. Today, we'll talk about engine oils you must avoid, ones that can ruin performance, damage your wet clutch, or degrade too fast. Plus, I'll share safer options that are already working for riders out there. What oils to never use on your bike? Number 1. Many riders make the mistake of using car engine oil in their bikes. These oils often include friction modifiers designed for dry clutches in cars. But on motorcycles with a wet clutch, they can cause clutch slippage, noisy shifts, and overheat your system fast. A user on r/motorcycles warned, modern car oils have all sorts of magical low-friction additives that will stop your clutch from clutching. That's a direct risk to your ride's feel and longevity. Number 2. Avoid oils labeled energy conserving or resource conserving, even if they are 10W30 or 10W40. These typically have the same additives that harm wet clutches. Think twice before reaching for those generic car wash kiosks or bargain 4-liter jugs. They're most likely car oils masquerading as universal lubricants. Number 3. Next, skip low-quality budget oils, often sold as generic bike oils at roadside stalls or kiosks. These are usually just mineral-based stocks with minimal additives. They break down quickly, especially under hot weather or extended rides. Good oils last 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers, but poor quality ones can degrade in just 500 to 1,000 kilometers. A recent article on motorcycle engines noted, cheap or thin oil breaks down faster, especially in hot climates or under hard riding. You don't want to replace an engine because you chose a low-cost oil. Number 4. Also avoid mixed-type or unlabeled oils, sometimes scooter or two-stroke engine oils sold for chainsaws, generators, mopeds. They might mention JASO T903 or MA, but lack stable formulations. Two-stroke oil should be pre-mixed with gasoline, not poured into a 4-stroke engine. Using such oil can cause deposits, smoke, and clogged filters. Not what your 4-stroke bike needs. Number 5. And if the oil is single-grade, like SAE30 or SAE40, and not intended for your riding climate, especially under hot temperatures or stop-go traffic, don't use it unless your bike manual explicitly calls for it. These oils thicken at heat and thin, too quickly in cold, giving you poor protection unless you're riding in a narrow temperature range. Also, Castrol Active 4T, mineral version. Now, Castrol is a well-known brand, no doubt. But the mineral-based version of Active 4T is outdated for modern bikes. It lacks the advanced protection newer, semi-synthetic, or full synthetic oils give. Riders often say, after 1,500 to 2,000 kilometers, the engine feels noisy and the gear shifts become rough. It's just not built for today's high-heat, high-performance engines. Unless you're riding a 100cc commuter just for groceries, skip it. Number 6. Next, beware of blender brands or local synthetics that copy big names. You'll find brands with names like Speedmax Ultra 4T or Turbo Edge Synthetic Pro. They sound cool, even use the same gold or red packaging, but don't mention proper JASOMA or API certifications. These are not tested for long-term performance. They might work okay at first, but you'll soon feel your clutch slip, power drop, and oil darken within weeks. Stay away, no matter how attractive the price. Number 7. Also avoid the wrong viscosity oil for your bike. Just because a shop says this is racing oil doesn't mean it's for you. For example, if your bike manual says use 10W30, don't pour in 20W50 and expect smooth performance. It might work in old Enfields or cruisers, but not in modern liquid-cooled engines. Too thick oil reduces cold starts, increases friction, and reduces fuel efficiency. One rider put 20W50 in his R15 and ended up with sluggish throttle response and overheating at traffic signals. Always go with what the manufacturer recommends unless you understand thermal behavior well. What oils you can use confidently. Number 1. First, Model 71004 T10W40. This is a well-known ester-based synthetic oil that meets API-SP and JASO MA2 standards. Riders everywhere report smoother gear shifts, reliable wet clutch performance, and strong protection under high temperature. It's used by both street and adventure riders. Just be aware, in very hot climates it may evaporate quicker, so check levels after long or hot rides. Number 2. Second, Amsoil 20W50. V-Twin Synthetic, or equivalent 10W40 or 15W60 for your climate. Even though Amsoil is better known outside India, it's a high-quality option that resists thinning, maintains pressure under load, and protects wet clutches thanks to JASOMA approval. Riders in India and abroad have noticed smoother engines, cooler operation under traffic, and fewer clutch issues. It's more expensive, but it pays for itself by prolonging engine life, especially when used consistently at each service. Number 3. One solid option is Shell Advance Ultra 10W40. This is a full synthetic oil that meets both API-SN and JASO MA2 standards. It's designed to handle heat, resist breakdown, and protect your engine under pressure. Riders who tour long distances often report clean engine internals and smoother shifts even after 4,000 plus kilometers. Shell also has excellent anti-foaming agents which protect your engine at high RPMs. Number 4. Another great option is Liqui Moly 15W50 Street Race. Slightly more premium, but it's one of the most respected oils in the performance and sport bike community. Liqui Moly uses molybdenum disulfide to reduce internal friction, and it works especially well in hot regions like Rajasthan or Chennai, where oil tends to thin out under heat. Many KTM, Yamaha, and RE riders use it for smoother gear changes and a cooler engine. Number 5. Last but not least, for budget-conscious riders who still want reliability, try Gulf Pride 4T plus 10W30 semi-synthetic. It's not a full synthetic, but it offers excellent wet clutch compatibility and engine cleanliness in the 125 to 160 cubic centimeter range. It doesn't burn up fast, lasts around 3,000 to 3,500 kilometers, and doesn't cost a bomb. Not every bike needs a 1,200 rupee oil change, but even in budget, you can go smart. Now, how to pick and use oil. Right first, check your owner's manual for a viscosity recommendation, e.g. 10W40, 20W50. Now, make sure the oil has the JASOMA or MA2 approval label. This means it's tested to work with your bike's wet clutch. Then stick to one trusted brand and viscosity. Avoid switching oils every service. That can confuse the gearbox and risk mixing incompatible additives. And then check level regularly, at least every week or before long rides. Low oil equals overheating and engine wear. Overfilling can produce foam and pressure problems. Also, change oil on schedule. Most modern synthetics are fine for 3,500 to 7,000 kilometers depending on type. Conventional oils around 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers. Black, gritty, or burnt-smelling oil needs a flush and change immediately. One final warning. Just because a brand is famous doesn't mean every product from them is top quality. Every oil has its purpose, its range, and its limits. You can't throw racing oil in a commuter and expect magic, and you can't put mineral oil in a performance bike and expect it to last 10,000 kilometers. Also, never judge oil by color. Some people say, oil got black in 1,000 kilometers, that means it's bad. That's not always true. Good oil captures carbon and holds it in suspension. What matters is how long it stays stable under heat, how long it keeps the clutch clean, and whether it protects the engine under real-world stress. If your bike starts feeling noisy, rough, or your gear shifts become stiff, check your oil immediately. Lastly, when choosing oil, remember, your engine isn't a test subject. Don't switch between 5 brands every service. Pick one solid oil, test it for 2 to 3 intervals, and stick to it if it works well. So now you've got a clear view. Avoid car oils, budget oils, wrong viscosity blends, outdated mineral formulas, and fake labeled brands. Trust Model 7100, Amsoil V-Twin, Shell Ultra, Liqui Moly Street Race, and Gulf Pride Semi-Synthetic, depending on your bike and climate. In the end, good engine oil won't just keep your ride smooth, it saves you thousands in repairs, keeps your piston clean, and helps your engine last well beyond 1 lakh kilometers. Because remember, your bike's health isn't decided by how shiny it looks. It's what's flowing through the engine that tells the real story. Ride safe, choose wisely, and never compromise on engine oil again.